Okay, good morning and good afternoon, everybody. This is Online Yoga with Via, and it is June 20th, 2020. I'm going to put Kathy in the spotlight. We're going to start the way we always do, lying on our back supine. Starting to watch the breaths. Just come into the room with your heart and your body and your mind. Let's practice Viloma breathing. So just think of your lungs and then think of filling 3 separate inhales before an exhale, filling 1/3 of the lungs and then the second third and then the last third. So inhale, fill 1/3 of the lungs and pause. Inhale, fill the second third and pause. And then inhale the last third, the final third. Pause and then exhale. This is a great way, well, to relax, but it's also a great way to expand and strengthen the function of the lungs. Two more Viloma breaths. Bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers. Vagus nerve reset. Without moving anything else, shift your eyeballs to the right. Your eyes can be open or closed. And then you wait for an involuntary sigh, swallow. Yawn or gulp. Come back to center and shift your eyeballs to the left. Return to center and do that 2 more sets, right, left, right, left. Keep your hands where they are and press the occipital ridge, the back bottom of the spine into no, that's not right. The back bottom of the occipital ridge, bottom of the skull. Press that into the floor. So I'm going to try saying that again. You're going to the occipital ridge, or the base of the back of your skull is resting in your hands, and you just press that part of your skull into the floor, into your hands, into the floor. And then take a couple breaths and release it. One more time. And then go ahead and bring your arms down. We're going to do let's do the classic, the basic hypopressive. You're still on the floor, supine. We're going to get up in a minute. Knees bent, heels on the floor, toes toward the ceiling. Bring your arms as if you're hugging a tree in front of your chest and armpits. Flip your fingers. Activate your hands and your scapula. We're going to take 3 breaths and then hold your breath out while I count to 10. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath, inhale. Exhale. No breath. Hold your breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and relax. Inhale, exhale. We're going to do one more of those. Come back in position. Hugging a tree and flipping your hands. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale. Hold your breath out. No breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's grab, everyone needs a brick and a therapy ball. We're going to do a chest opener at the wall. Either a small ball, a plus or an alpha. You could use a tennis ball. If you, I don't know what Kathleen has, but why don't you, Kathy, show them the balls that you have, and then if you have something similar, So that's what, and so you're going to take one ball and a brick. And some of what size brick you need depends on how large you are in the chest, basically. So you might need more if you're larger in the chest, because your boobs are going to get in the way. That's the honest truth. So you need room for that. So the ball, you're going to start with the ball at your where the arm, at the armpit, and where the pec minor comes into the armpit. So it's up at the corner here, just in front of your arm bone. And the ball goes on there, and the ball goes on the brick, and the brick goes on the wall. And you can just press on all of that. So one ball, one brick, one body facing the wall. You can walk in a little bit, Kathy. So try to have good posture here. If this is too much, you could sit and press into your ball into this area, sit or stand. So just know that there's always an option if it's too much. Press and wait and take a couple breaths. We're opening up the chest, the muscles on the front of the chest that are often tight and have us, encourage us, well, keep us rounded in the shoulders. Now, go ahead and bend your knees and move up and down over the ball. If you're using a bigger ball, the bigger ball that Kathy showed, some of you have it, you may not need the brick at all. Up and down, just about six to nine times, slowly. Try to stand up tall, have good posture while you're here. And then a little bit of side to side movement. Stay in the same place, but it's a side to side movement. This practice, this particular chest opening practice, actually leaves me breathless, because it also helps with breath, with respiration. Opens up the breath. If you want to, you can stay here for just another minute and take your right arm and do a little, basically what we do, the snow angel. So just bring your arm up by your ear, all the way up and all the way back. And up you go. Just one arm, just the arm that the ball is under. Bring your arm down, bend your elbow, bring your forearm, bend your elbow behind your back. Take your elbow and bend it behind your back. And see if you can get it all the way over to the other side, maybe, and then just take it out, open it up, straight out, straighten it. Now bend it and bring it behind your back. And bend, open, and behind your back. Drop your elbow, Kathy. See if you can drop. Oh, is this, okay, there, that looks better. Come on back.
Shoulder's better, but not great.
No, okay. So you can imagine how good this is for you, right? Now stop that And then place your ball a little bit, it's going to be a little farther up, and it's going to be just under, draw a line, feel the underside of your clavicle, your collarbone. Feel it on the right, and then you're going to trace under the scapula. So trace the ball, trace that path with your ball. So you're going to move your body to allow the ball to roll in towards the center and then roll out towards the armpit. And back and forth you go. Some people will find this very sensitive. I'm going to do it. I'm not on the wall because it's hard for me to talk and be on the wall, but I'm doing this just sitting here, rolling this ball. And you could do it this way too. And then go to the other side, place the ball at the armpit where pec minor meets the armpit. Keep your headlights facing towards the wall and just compress. So just press for a minute and breathe. And then bend your knees and roll up and down, roll your body up and down over the ball by bending your knees and straightening them. Try to make sure that your belly button, your hips, your chest are all facing straight forward into the wall. And then side to side, just a small side to side movement. Take your arm into your left, the arm that's that the ball is under, and do snow angels. So bring the arm up, all the way up by your ear, and all the way down to your hip, and up you go. And down you come. A couple more times. If you have rounded upper back, rounded shoulders, this is a really good one for you to be doing every day. Or on the days you want to. Bring your arm down by your hip. Bend your elbow, bring your arm behind you. And then just drop it and bring it straight out. So bring it down and then straight out and down and straight out. One more. Trace the underside, the bottom of your clavicle, your collarbone. Trace it from the sternum, which is the breastbone, all the way out to the edge, to the arm bone, and then take your ball and roll over the ball along that path, the clavicle path. any shop. Have your brick nearby, or a sponge ball, it's possible. We're going to do some a wall sit, but first I want you to take some time to take a couple breaths and see if it feels like you have more room to breathe after that series. We're going to do a wall sit, and then we're going to put a brick or a sponge ball behind your back and do the same thing. But I'm going to show you how cool it is to have something behind your back. But first, we're going to do it without. So just stand up against the wall, back against the wall. I think, Kathy, you need a wall, not a closet door.
Okay.
I think that makes me feel uneasy. So let's see here. Can you go around the corner like you were before? Is that a wall?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so. You need more of a wall than a strip. So you're gonna have your back on the wall. Your feet are going to be out of foot. I would take your socks off if you can, if you dare. And then feet are about 2 feet out. And then you're going to just put back up against the wall, your head up against the wall, and then drop your butt along the wall as far as you can get down. It doesn't have to be all the way 90 degrees at the hips. This is a wall spot. And while you're here, you can do some nice, well, first of all, this is work. So, but we're going to add a W, a Y and a W. So bring your arms up by your ears in a Y, and then drop them down in a W. Whoops. So keep your arms high, Kathy. Keep your arms high, bend your elbows. Bring your elbows down.
Oh.
Yes, that's a W. And see if you can feel the work you're doing in the upper back. Now, some of you, make sure you're still squatting on the wall, please. So you're doing this while you're on a wall squat. And then remember to come up when you need to. Come on up, Kathy. And put a brick behind your mid back. We're going to do the same thing. Well, let's see if you can do, the brick should be longwise along your mid back. It should be higher up and in the middle of your scapula. Higher than that. Well, maybe you'll roll down with it. Come down the wall. I wish it were higher than that, but maybe it's hard to get it up there. I don't know. Okay, that looks better to me. Now from here, you've come down into a squat. You have a brick behind your back. Now do a Y. Now bend your elbows, do a W. Can you feel the work, the extra work with the brick? And you can even try to bring your elbows a little farther back because there's room to do that. Bring your hands back too, so you're in a W, Kathy. Yeah, there. So do that a couple times, Y and W, and Y and W, and one more, Y and W. Nice. Come on up. Take the brick away. You could use a sponge ball if you needed to, and turn towards the wall, and we're going to do push-ups on the wall. So you're going to need a little bit of space. You're going to be about an arm's length from the wall, or maybe even about an arm. Let's start with an arm's length. So an arm's length from the wall, and then bend your elbows. Yep, bring your elbows out a little farther, Kathy, if you can. Yes. Maybe you can do this on the closet door.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I thought, okay. So there you are. You're leaning. If you're in a plank, but you're not on the floor. And you could be doing this on a shelf as well, by the way, but on the wall, and then just keeping your back flat, very nice. You just bend your elbows and keep your back flat and your chest open. And back and forth you go. So Kathy's on an angle. She's about, her feet are about an arm's length away from the wall. And this is a great way to do push-ups, to start push-ups. Or even to continue push-ups, by the way. And there you go, just a couple more. And then come to seated on the chair, on a chair. You do a back extension on a chair. So Kathy, maybe have the chair to the sideways. There, sit in the chair, and you may want something under your feet if you have short legs or long. The chair has long legs, either one or both. Sit without putting your back against the chair. So you want to sit up straight and bring your arms to the back of the chair along there. That's perfect. So, and if you sat a little farther away from the back of the chair, you'll be able to get more of a back bend. So find this. Arms are holding on to the back of the chair or the legs, the top of the legs. And then what you do is find an arch here. So don't lean back though, Kathy. Keep good posture, and then find an arch where your chest lifts up. You can even look at the ceiling. Come forward a little bit more. So you're leaning back on this one. I'm not sure why you're leaning back. So I don't want you to lean back. Straighten your arms. Straighten your arms. Okay. You don't need to, don't look up that high, I don't think. That scares me a little bit. Just because for some people, it's really hard on the cervical spine to hyperextend that way. So you're using your arms to create a back extension. Remember the back extension we do on the floor? Try to find that here. And just breathe. And then you can fold forward, round a little bit, and then open up again. So everyone find their own back extension on a chair. And then do that one more time. You could do this from a floor seated position too. What you're doing is using your arms as stilts for your back opening. And then come back to good posture and shake your hands out and forward fold, flat back, hip hinge. So you're going to fold from the hips, your spine is straight. And one of the ways you can do this is put your hands on your knees and let your hands help you keep your back straight. And then the elbows bend. Bend your elbows towards the back if you can, Kathy. There, it's more like that. And then as you come back up, let your hands help you keep a flat back. This is a nice flat back. So the idea is to train your body. This is the best way to bend, actually, as you get older and we have so many spinal issues, including osteoporosis. If we can just automatically fold in a hip hinge, flat back hip hinge, you'll saved yourself from a lot of grief. So fold forward as far as you can. And then bring yourself back up. You can use your hands if you want, but I'd like you to use mostly your abs and your quads. One more. This may be more available to you because of the work we did on the wall with the balls.
I feel like it is.
Yeah. So the idea is to keep your cervical spine, your thoracic spine, and your lumbar spine straight like a broomstick. Okay.
No idea.
Now we're going to do a spine twist, just the mini spine twist. So put your chair forward. Put your hands in a prayer pose tucked under your chin. This is to keep your neck from moving. We're just moving the thoracic spine. Actually, there's a movement that happens at the waist also, at T12 and L1. But you're going to just move your rib cage to the right slowly. And coming back with another breath. So I'll assign an inhale or an exhale to each movement. Go to the left. Rib cage turns to the left. So does the thoracic spine, actually. Come back to center. 2 more sets, right, left. Notice what's happening in the thoracic spine. Imagine, if you can't notice it yet, imagine what's happening. One more. Come back to center. We're going to do a side bend with arms, with the arms. So go ahead and we're going to side bend to the right. So just drop to the right and then lift your opposite arm up and over. And take a couple breaths. You can put your hand, the other hand on your knee. Now go ahead and take your elbow and your armpit on the upper arm forward to add a stretch to the latissimus dorsi. Come back to center. And then bring your arm all the way back down. Come up to center with your torso. Other side, side bending left, arm up. Stay here to enjoy this, long enough to enjoy it. What's happening inside your body. And then take your elbow on the upper arm forward. The armpit and the elbow come forward. Come back. And come down. Come on to the floor, your favorite floor seated position. So Kathy, maybe demonstrate if you, Kathleen, may or may not be familiar with sitting on the floor, which is one of my favorite things to do. with you. So here's an S, Kathleen. So that's one, or a Z. I call it, actually I call it a knee Z. This is asymmetrical. You might need to put a towel or something under your hip to make it a little more even. That's the other side of that. So that's one option for seated on the floor. And you can put a brick under your hips. Sometimes that helps. This is a hero's pose. You may need to you've tucked your feet under. This is really great for the ankles. And you may want to put a brick underneath your hips to make this possible. And then this one is knees stacked. So the top knee, they're both pointing forward and they're stacked one on the other. And obviously this is right, left also. Everything's right, left. This is a great one for piriformis stretch, for stretching out the hips. And what else do we have? The lotus. Have you done the lotus? And this is just a cross-legged position. There are others, but these are some that you can choose. So choose one of those. And remember, you can use a brick or a blanket to help out. Actually, someone, I just was reading, someone called it filling in the spaces with, so if you have spaces, you might want to fill it in with towels or washcloths. Let's do shoulder clams. We're going to do some shoulder work here in the floor seated position. Bring your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers. Remember what side you have your fingers on because you're going to change it. And then while you're here, your fingers are interlaced, the bottom of your palms are together, pressing together. There's a little hole inside there. So in your palms. So fingers are clasped, palms are pressing together. There's a hole in between the two. Your elbows are up by your, no lower than your chin. And you're pretending as if you're pretending there's a balloon between your elbows and pressing in to deflate the balloon and opening to inflate it. And back and forth you go. This works on the upper trapezius and the upper shoulders, upper back. Inhaling and out, exhaling. Thinking of the move that you're doing, what it looks like outside of your body and what it looks like inside of your body. Just imagine what it's looking like. You can go way out and you can experiment with your elbows higher, but not lower. Switch sides, switch the clasp of the hands and do a couple more on the other side. So this is a resistance exercise, but you have to imagine there's a ball in there or you won't get the resistance piece. And finish up. And we're going to do something, another shoulder work, more shoulder work. You can relax, shake your hands, roll your shoulders in between because this is hard work. The next one we're going to do is called Saturday Night Fever. The three we're going to do today are all Ki-Hara. Resistance stretches, you're always moving and you're always resisting. Start by taking your, I'm going to cross my legs differently again. So this is best done, I guess, with lotus. Crossing your right arm and touching the left knee. And now make sure that you're not twisting. This is not a twist. Your torso is still forward. And you're going to put your left hand on top of your right wrist. Yep, that's where the resistance is. And bring your arm, so bring your right arm up to your right ear, all across your body to your right ear. Lift it up a little bit to get a little more space in the socket, and then bring it down across to the other knee. So when you're coming up and down like this, you want your hand, the hand wins sometimes, and sometimes the arm wins. So now as you're going up, the arm is winning, the hand is resisting, and all the way up, when you get to the top, lift your arm, your right arm out of the socket a little bit to get more space. As you come back down, this time the hand, the upper hand has the upper hand. And once you get down, if you'd like to, you can actually drop your left ear towards your left ear towards your left shoulder. But you're not going to stay for long. It's just a small neck stretch, and then you're going to come back up. Because the rule on this is to always move and always resist the movement. So this is a gentle resistance. Don't overdo it, or you'll wear yourself out and probably not injure yourself. But one more, up you go. Pull the arm a little bit and then come back down. If you want to, you're going to drop your left ear to your left shoulder when you arrive, after you've arrived. Switch sides, everybody. So this time, the left hand is going on the left knee. The right hand is on top.
Right knee.
What?
Right knee.
Whoops, sorry, right knee. The right hand is on top of the left wrist. And here you are, up, 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 all the way up. Lift your arm out of the socket a little bit and then come on down. Resisting, so the hand, the upper hand has the upper hand, is winning, and the arm is resisting that. Drop your head if you want to for a neck stretch. Come on back up. All the way up, straight up, your left arm straight up, and then come on down. Should feel this in the deltoid and the upper back and the trapezius, top of the scapula. Back you go. Do one more. And thank you. The next one is specifically for the deltoid. Go ahead and wiggle and stretch and shake your hands. Anything you want to do. The next one, you're going to take your arm, bend your elbow at your waist, sort of like we were going to do flying pizza, but we're not. So palm forward though, Kathy. Not out. Your arm is going to be straight forward as if we were at the beginning of flying pizza. And then in flying pizza, your hand is facing the center to start. There. Now, with that, keep that position and put your other hand on top of that, your wrist, back of the wrist. Yeah. Now, just lift your elbow. Oh, okay. Yeah, lift your elbow straight up, straight out, and then come back. So can you bring your arm, keep your arm at a 90-degree angle? Let me do this one. It's not that you're almost right, but I actually like to demonstrate some things sometimes. Okay, so here you are. You start here. Oops, I'm going to put this down one. You start here. Your arm is straight out, hopefully. Your hand is here on top of the wrist, and you're just going to lift your arm up while you resist. Can you see the resistance?
Yes.
And then bring it down. This is really mainly working the deltoid, and you just go up and down. Up and down. And actually, if I start to feel like I'm working my hand, I might make a fist so that I can stop it. Because what you want to work on is right up here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Thank you for letting me do that. I am going to take me out of the spotlight and put you in the spotlight.
What happens if I do that?
What? What?
No.
So if you are not feeling this up here, then change your shape a little bit. Bring your elbow back farther. Because that's where you should be feeling it, is on the deltoid, several different places on the deltoid. I wonder how Gloria is doing on this one with her. Are you doing okay, Gloria? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, good. Pushing down, pushing up. And that's probably enough. You probably are a little tired, and go to the other side. Up and down. Up and down. So all of the shoulder work also helps with posture. So it's sort of the other side of the front chest work we did. We're now working the upper back. And then finish that and shake it out, roll your shoulders, shake your hands, find your way onto the floor. We're going to do some floor work that includes, you guessed it, the prone back extension. But first, we're going to start with hands and knees, so quadruped, and then do the lunge, my version of the lunge, the warrior pose. So starting with your hands and feet on the floor, and then bringing your right knee forward, even farther than that, Kathy, if you can. And then from here, come on up so that your torso is over your knee, your back knee, and then bring your arms up overhead, if you can. So a lot of people are not, in this class, are not familiar with lunge. So do as much of this as you can. So there's a lunge, and bring your torso back over your hips and then arms over by your ears. And you can look up at the sky if you want. You're finding a back extension here. Nice. Very nice. I can't see your arms, but I bet they're beautiful.
Yeah, I need to move a little further away.
That's okay. So if you love Warrior One, the traditional Warrior One, which is the back leg is straight, you can go ahead and do that. Your choice, you guys. But I like teaching Warrior One this way. Nobody has to worry about that back leg torquing and like it does on a regular. So there she is. Can you look up a little bit? Look up. Bring your arms up, back up by your. Nice. Look at that. Cool. And come back down and do the other side. So, okay. You start on your hands and knees, everybody. Then you move your knee forward, left knee forward in this case. Come up, torso over. Can you get your arms back by your ears? Maybe, maybe not. Take some breaths here. You're beautiful. And then come on back down for the prone back extension. The version I do of this is a Pilates version. I actually like it better than the yoga version. There are a number of different yoga versions, actually. You're going to lie on your belly with your hands beside your hips, palms up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your arms, your chest, your head. Drop your chin a little, Kathy. Your cervical spine is an extension of your thoracic spine. Nice, beautiful. If you'd like to, you can come up a little higher or not. Then inhale and exhale and bring everything down. That's level one. We're going to have 2 more levels, but you could stay at level 1 if you needed to when we go beyond level 1. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, the arms, the chest, the head lifts, very nice. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, the arms come out into an airplane. This is level 2. Take an inhale. And then exhale and come back down to the floor. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, arms in. Inhale. Exhale, arms up by the ears. Superwoman. And inhale, and then exhale. Arms out to the side and then down, back beside your hips. Nice work, everybody. Let's do the thoracic spine. This is the upper back spine twist. You're twisting the spine by moving your legs. Your arms and your armpits. Arms stay straight out to the side like an airplane. And the armpits and the arms stay on the floor. Look to the right. And then the right comes up and over, hovers over the other leg, the opposite leg. The only thing that you need to remember here is to keep your arms and your shoulders on the floor. And then try to lift your other leg. If this is hard for you, you can just lie there and squeeze your buttocks, one buttocks and then the other. And that will start to strengthen some of the muscles that you need for this. Come on back. Look left, lift your left leg and hover it back and over behind your right leg. Believe it or not, this actually works on the upper back. Now, creating mobility back. If you find this is a problem in your lower back, you need to make your movement smaller or stop altogether and just squeeze your glutes one at a time. Come on back. Find your way onto your back for the closing of the class. We're going to do a 61-point guided yoga nidra meditation. I'm going to stop my video. You could put a washcloth over your eyes. You could put a blanket over your body, depending on you. And I'm going to ask you to, I'm going to make sure everyone is muted. I'm going to ask you to bring your attention to various parts of your body, points of your body without moving that body part. Beginning with your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Observing your abdomen as it rises and falls. Now, bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, right knee, right ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This completes your 61-point guided yoga nidra meditation. Go ahead and start to pay attention to your breath and stretch your legs and your arms and wiggle here and there. Fingers, toes. Hug your right knee to your chest and then your left knee to your chest, both knees rocking side to side until you finally roll over to the side into a fetal position, using your bottom arm as a pillow and taking a breath here. Thanking yourself, thanking your body for collaborating with you on your good health and your self-care today. Bring your hand, use your top hand to bring yourself up to seated. going to turn the spotlight off. I am going to, please everybody unmute yourself. They don't allow me to do that anymore for some reason. Unmute yourself. We're going to close the class.
I have no idea.
Oh, namaste. So bring your hands to your heart and then just nod your head. So lift your occipital ridge up and over the top of the cervical spine. C1 glide, it's called. Bowing to each other and closing the class by saying to each other, namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, everybody.